word from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Coach, the usual sea of red here in this venerable stadium has been turned white as we are high above snowy Arrowhead Stadium in KC. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check 50. '54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
15.
Hey, come on, no, come on, no. Show it up, show it up. Hey, 161. Matchbox, light. Hero 15. Let's go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the try here for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise, as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Room here to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's make these babies. Hey, kill.
Prescott on 1st down. It's caught, Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. There's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't met an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have
down the numbers. There he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. From the 31, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's get off the field. You go 46. We go 47. We go 26.
Prescott from the gun. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. He's got a man, complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Watch twins. Watch twins. Kill. We're going to 53.
Now Elliott. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, Ray.
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A first down throw for Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. Prescott now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
On 2nd down, Elliott. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
56.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check your hot read. Easy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw, it's Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Cowboys first down.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. From the red zone now, Prescott eluding the pressure right. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Watch the screen. Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. Prescott stripped. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Push it back. Push it back.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On second down, Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now this throw caught left side. And he's got room. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will get them one closer. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Completes it to Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Mahomes now on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Mahomes. And an alley to run. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense is under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And some room to maneuver. over. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
First down.
Here we go. Mike, 44. Yeah, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this one complete to Smith. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Yeah, baby.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let him know, let him know. Here we go, 47. 26.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
He was brought down by Kendall Fuller. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 28-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. There we go, going to 53. There we go, kill. 44's Mike, 44's Mike. Check. Let's go. It's game situation, let's go.
Here's Prescott. It's caught. Smith. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. All right, so the Cowboys will go for two here.
Go to 54, go to 54, line. Check three. Here we go, 47, 26, 26.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Do it.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. From the 30 on second down, Mahomes, he'll run it. Mahomes hit, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now off to the races, down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Marr on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes buying time to his left. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down. Mahomes, and going deep for Hill. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Alert 3, alert 3.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jalen Smith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. 3rd down here. Back to throw. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the ground, this is Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
At their own 16-yard line.
Yellow. I've got blue lane. Block 54. So we got man.
One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.